Gaming might have just crossed a line, and not everyone is happy about it. When Nvidia revealed DLSS 5, they called it the future of gaming, a massive leap forward. A technology that would allow artistic vision to shine and push graphics beyond anything we've seen before. But instead of excitement, the reaction was confusion, then skepticism, then memes, lots of memes. Gamers quickly noticed something strange about the demo footage. Characters looked slightly off, lighting looked artificially enhanced. Some scenes felt less like a video game and more like something generated by AI. And suddenly a question started spreading. Is DLSS 5 actually improving games, or is it just putting an AI filter over them? To understand why this reveal became so controversial, we need to rewind, because DLSS didn't start like this at all. Back in 2018, Nvidia introduced DLSS 1.0. At the time, it was pitched as a performance solution. Instead of rendering games at full resolution, AI would upscale the image to look sharper. Simple, better performance, minimal visual loss. But DLSS 1.0 had a major limitation. It had to be trained individually for each game. Adoption was slow. Then came DLSS 2.0 in 2020, and this changed everything. Nvidia introduced a generalized AI model that could work across multiple games. Gamers started seeing real performance gains without sacrificing too much visual quality. But Nvidia didn't stop there. In 2022, DLSS 3.0 introduced frame generation. The AI would generate entirely new frames between real ones. That meant smoother gameplay and significantly higher frame rates, even if your GPU wasn't actually rendering those frames itself. By 2025, Nvidia moved to DLSS 4.0, using transformer-based AI models. And by 2026, DLSS 4.5 promised 6 times frame generation. Up until this point, DLSS had always been about performance, making hardware last longer, but DLSS 5 changed that completely. Nvidia introduced neural rendering. This wasn't just upscaling anymore. DLSS 5 would actually generate lighting, textures, and detail using generative AI. In other words, the AI wasn't just enhancing games, it was actively creating parts of the image. The demo footage raised eyebrows. Nvidia showed environments that looked almost photorealistic, with enhanced lighting and lifelike characters. But things started to fall apart when tech creator Daniel Owens reached out to Nvidia for a critical clarification. He asked, "Is DLSS 5 analyzing the full 3D game world, or just a single 2D frame?" Nvidia's response: DLSS 5 takes a single 2D frame and motion vectors, then generates enhancements. It isn't aware of the full 3D environment. It's essentially analyzing a snapshot, and then generating what it thinks should be there. It started sounding more like an intelligent filter. In one demo, the AI added makeup to a character's face, even though the original version didn't include it. Developers, according to Nvidia, would have limited control, adjusting intensity, color grading, and masking certain areas. What happens if a developer carefully designs a dark, moody hallway? But DLSS 5 brightens it because the AI thinks it looks better. If DLSS 5 can generate realistic details, what happens to artists? Some worrying smaller studios might rely on AI instead of hiring art teams. A breakdown from Gamers Nexus highlighted issues like a soccer ball briefly splitting into two or a player's arm partially disappearing. Despite the backlash, Nvidia's CEO responded confidently, stating that gamers were wrong and that DLSS 5 offers controllability. Will AI-driven rendering become the new standard? Right now, nobody knows. But DLSS might change how games are actually created. DLSS 5 isn't just another graphics upgrade. It might be the moment AI stopped assisting game development and started reshaping it entirely.